Hi, it's John Kelly. In this module, we are going to discuss dating the audit report. And as always, we want to be efficient and effective, follow professional standards, and document what we have done properly. Now, this topic actually involves three sections, 700, 580, and 560. So it's an interesting mix. The date of the audit report can be no earlier than any of the following three. The audit has to be all done. Now, you have 60 days to assemble the file, but if your audit is complete and all the evidence is gathered and it's only a question of putting the papers together, then the audit is all done. The financial statements have to be all done. Notes and everything, they have to be complete. And the financial statements have to be approved by a recognized authority. That would normally be the board. Can't be the audit committee. The audit committee doesn't approve the financial statements, the board does. We have to have obtained the representation letter. And the representation letter cannot be dated after the report date. So it is normally dated at the same time as the report date. And if it is a 2-year opinion we are giving, we have to get a 2-year rep letter. So if we are saying, in our opinion, the financial statements as of this year and last year are fairly presented, then we have to get both of those years included in the representation letter. And you have to have the representation letter in your hand before you release the audit opinion. Subsequent events. We have to consider subsequent events that the auditor is aware of up until the report date. And what do we have to do? Well, the procedures we have to do are in 566 and 7. So between year end and the report date, we have to understand management's procedures for identifying subsequent events, because it is management that is responsible for doing this. We have to inquire what they have done, and that inquiry and management's response would be in the representation letter. We have to read minutes to date, if there are any, and we have to read interim financial statements if there are any. And often there won't be, particularly in a public company, because the financial statements, year-end financial statements, have to be out before the first interim is done. Now, we may do more if we feel like it, but those are the 4 procedures we are required to do and document, and we are required to get a representation in the rep letter about management's responsibility for subsequent events. Document. The representation letter and the report date should be the same, and we'll need to have a subsequent events checklist which goes through the things that we must do and might suggest things that we might do if we felt like it. So, thanks for listening.